and just keep varying your pace. And if there is any resistance, well, that's just going to be a plus and a bonus for him.
Does about go about things in a quiet way, very humble. Wonderful variations, that change of pace, a nice action to work with, and experience, loads of experience.
Yeah, and you can't really have these bowlers to dominate at you early on, because what's going to happen is that he's going to keep on bowling you there. Well, that has been reverse swept beautifully. I was about to say that you don't want him to dominate against you, and this is what Abdul Basit did, reverse sweeping him beautifully. Look at that.
A great improvisation. We all are praising him because he's absolutely nailed it. But a shot does bring some risk.
That's been swept away beautifully. Make that another boundary. So back-to-back boundaries coming in. And straight away, Nipun Babu is being put under some pressure.
That's good batting. Putting under pressure, the left arm spinner is the right word from Uwais Ali. Two different kind of sweeps. The first was the worst one. This is much more orthodox. Beautifully done.
Yeah, talking about Nipun Babu, I think he's one of those bowlers that I just mentioned that if you really let him come into the game and have that dominance against you, then it's going to be very difficult to get against him. But if you improvise and try to do something different, as we saw him reverse sweeping Abdul Basit, that's where you saw the next delivery, Nipun Babu, he tried to do something different as well, where he tried to fire it towards the leg side and once again swept away. So, job well done. It's 5 gone, 36 for 1.
Haider Razak continuing here. And that is beautifully done over mid-wicket. Off the front foot. Basit is beginning to cut loose here.
Haider Razak, he's not going to really like that. It wasn't all that bad a delivery. It's just that Abdul Basit now is shifting gears and he looks on song. I think it's a very good wicket to bat on, Asghar Khan. It's just that once you get your eye in, you should be converting this 20 into a big one.
That's a very valid point you make. So Hale got a start. It's all about once you get a start, you got to dig deep and bat long and make sure you get those big scores.
Keep grinding and keep chipping, they say. This one has been hammered away towards long on. Couple of bounces into the fence. Now he's looking dangerous, Abdul Basit, since the departure of his captain.
He's looking really good. Always safe when you look to go down the ground with the full face of the bat. On a good batting wicket, he's got his eye in. But again, it's imperative that he goes on.
I think they should just opt to go for a long on and a deep mid wicket. They have to just get that third man in the circle because he's bowling full and onto the stumps. Yeah, that's much better delivery. Just adjusting his length slightly, bowling back off the length. And watch what he played. So he's playing proper cricketing stroke. It's not that he's just trying to hit each and every ball for a big 6, waiting for the loose deliveries and respecting the good ones.
And it's a decent start as well. 44 for 1. You haven't lost too many wickets. You weathered the storm against Zishan Nasir. I think Wisdom Medical, they will take it. It's about building that good start and need a solid partnership to set the foundation. Use of the feet, bit high on the bat, but he gets enough on it and the ball wins. Another boundary.
Yeah, this is exactly what I was trying to just mention the previous delivery. If he would have had a long on in position, maybe this would have been stopped. But then, bowling with this length I think Abdul Basit is not going to spare you. Very good thinking, good intention, aggressive approach, and already 48 on the board. So decent start, just losing 1 wicket.
A decent start. And pressure on Ranjit Mani here to ring in the changes. Well, he's brought third man up. He's got a mid wicket and square leg. So still they're opting to keep mid-on inside the ring. Mid wicket has been pushed back. There's a square leg as well. Haider Razak. Lifting just short of that fielder which was brought in the ring on the offside.
Yeah, that's a much better field now. Getting the third man in the circle, having a deep mid wicket, having a deep square leg. Now you can just try to bowl onto the body line and try to bowl slightly short and ask Abdul Basit to pull. Has been quite an expensive over already. 12 is what he's given. Would want to finish strong here, Haider. Steaming in once again. Short delivery. Yeah, the idea was right. Just having a look at the umpires, the batter. It's going to be a dot delivery to close out the over. We are done and dusted with the power play. It's 48 for 1. Nipun Babu to continue. Was slightly expensive. Now this is in the air. This could be out. Oh, he's put it down. It seems like it's Rajit Ganesh who's dropped an easy chance. Look at that. Skied up, miscued, and put down. We'll have to wait and see how costly could this be proving. Nipun Babu creating an opportunity in the second over. Now once again, this one has been hammered towards long on. But this time, no mistakes have been made. And Nipun Babu has gotten a pricey wicket in the form of Abdul Basit, the set batter. Look at that. Enticing him, flighting the ball, and inviting the batter to come down the wicket, using his feet and finding the fielder in the deep. So another one bites the dust. And a timely wicket coming in for Team CSS. It's 49 for 2. An important wicket has been taken here by CSS, and it is none other than Nipun Babu creating magic in the centres. And good to see now the aggressive approach coming in straight away. They've got a slip in place. In comes Mohammad Shahzad, another talented cricketer. He's got all the time in the world to get his eye in the middle. Just into the 7th over, and they also have gotten the runs on the board. Beautifully bowled, tossed up. And straight away, Shahzad is driven it beautifully towards cover and will be off the mark with a single. Yeah, this is one way to really put the brakes on the acceleration of the runs by picking up consistent wickets. And CSS, they will be mighty pleased to see the back of both the openers. There was first Sohail Ahmed, the captain, giving a good start. This is played nicely, chipped away towards long off. We get a couple of more ones. That was a decent start. Sohail Ahmed made his intentions pretty clear as a captain, led from the front, was playing a few strokes, hit the first maximum of the innings. And then Abdul Basit, just continuing the rhythm, continuing the form, and getting good 28 runs in just 23 with 5 boundaries to his name. He will be absolutely gutted, distraught with himself after getting such a good start. He would have wanted to continue and convert that 28 into a big one today. Oh, very, very risky shot, but it's been swept away, and swept away fine for a boundary. Paramjot has played a lovely shot to close out the 7th over. It's 56 for 2. Farzeen Ahmed has been reintroduced into the attack in the 8th over. Perfect time for him to be coming in bowling at this stage when you know that 2 relatively new batters are at the crease. So that's where you can really get your form back. Was struggling initially in the first over he bowled. Was replaced straight away. Heather Razak came in. Produced a wicket. But now he should just focus in this over and try to get a few dot deliveries to his name, because you're bowling to a new batter, Shadad, who's not really a big power hitter, takes his time, will focus on taking those quick singles and doubles. And this is where now CSS will believe they'll have a bright chance to make a comeback and to really put Team Wisdom Medical at the back foot. So the decision to win the toss and bowl first, so far I think it's paid dividends. 2 important early wickets. Batting of Wisdom Medical is a bit fragile. They don't really bat that deep. That's a ricochet of his pads, is it? Yeah. Umpire just indicating that it hit his or brushed his pads. It's turning out to be quite a decent over by Farzeen Ahmed. 3 dot deliveries on the trot. And that's one way to really apply and put pressure on the batting side. When you don't even get those singles and doubles, that puts you at the back foot. And this is where you really try to play obnoxious shot, try to get quick runs for your side, and in the process you make a mistake and throw away your wicket and put your team under further trouble. So this is where now Shadad and Paramjot, they'll have to just keep on talking to each other that, right, we've already got 58 on the board. It's not that wicket, that kind of a wicket that you can score 190, 200. We need to have a realistic goal. We need to have many objectives in our mind. Now let's just target 165, 170, knowing the bowling class we possess in our side. As a short delivery, it's been pulled away towards mid-wicket. Not really hitting with power, just placing it. If you would have used a bit of force and tried to hit that a bit too hard, there was a huge gap between the deep square leg fielder and the deep mid-wicket fielder. But just because there wasn't any power, the fielder had ample time to come onto the ball and collect it. Couple of decent overs back to back. It was first Nipun and now Farzeen. doing a great job. 3 runs only. This is a miscued shot. Chance, and another one bites the dust. And all of a sudden now, they are losing wickets in a cluster. After such a bright start, look at this, beautifully rolled his fingers over Farzeen, and Paramjot not reading the variation, not reading his hands, and that's where he lost the plot, trying to slog this for a maximum. Western Medical losing their way. It's 59 for 3 after 8. Right, then this is a very surprising move. Rais Ahmed has been introduced into the attack. Mind you, he is a proper batter, but he can definitely bowl as well. Let's not write off his bowling. I've seen him come into tough stages of the game and really chips in with a wicket or two. So, perfect time for him to be coming when you know that there's a batter who's just played 7 deliveries and is only on 4. Now make it 8 deliveries and has scored 4 runs on the other end. The new man who's walked in, he's going to be Saad Maqsood. This is where now CSS will really believe that they can put the lid on the scoring and try to restrict the opponents below 140. It's not going to be enough on the surface, not against CSS. They've got a very strong batting lineup, mind you, and also after the inclusion of Rais Ahmed, it has really added a lot of value and depth to their batting lineup. Abhiram Ritvik, Ranjit Mani, Albin Rais, Rojit, Heather, they all are class cricketers. So there's a huge responsibility now on these 2 men in the middle. And what they need to ensure is don't lose any further wickets. If they lose another couple of more quick wickets, they'll be exposing their tail pretty much early. You don't want that to happen, because that's going to be a major collapse. So try to take this game deep. Focus on the singles and doubles and just wait for the loose deliveries to come your way. Top class bowling. Rais Ahmed is mixing up his speed beautifully. It's turned out to be a very economical over. Just the 2 runs is what he's given. It's 9 gone. 61 for 3. Well, it has been a dominant performance, to say the least, by Team CSS, picking up 3 wickets. 61 is all they've gotten. Nipun Babu to continue. Nicely bowled once again onto the stumps, playing it with soft hands and getting a single only in the end. Driven nicely, punched away. And that's the way to go about. Try to build an innings, try to form a partnership. Don't lose any further wickets. Even if you are 85 in the next let's say 13 overs, you can really do the catching up work in the last 6 to 7 overs. But now the key is you don't lose any further wickets. That's going to put your team under further pressure. You don't want that to happen. And hats off to Nipun Babu. He's doing a decent job. Wicket to wicket bowling, disciplined. There you go, once again targeting the stumps. And Saad Maqsood gently pushing it towards cover for another single. So dealing in singles at the moment. And that's because Team Wisdom Medical, they are losing wickets in regular intervals. That is what is not really allowing them to keep up with the rhythm going in their favour. Nicely worked away towards long on. And this wicket really indicates it's a good wicket to bat on. Yes, there is something for the fast bowlers, for the spinners, and that's what we saw even last night in the couple of games we witnessed. The fast bowlers, they were really troubling the opening batters. And even now, there is some help where we saw Haider Razak when he was bowling his first over. It's 10 gone, 66 for 3. And that's how things have panned out so far. Abdul Basit 28 in 23, giving a good start as a captain. Sohail Ahmed playing along well, getting 18 and 13 deliveries. Paramjot just losing the plot, finding the fielder in the end and scoring just 8 runs. Rais Ahmed to continue, bowled an excellent first over. He's not trying to do anything special or anything different at the moment, Rais Ahmed. All he's doing is just targeting onto the stumps, bowling in one pace, slightly quicker, not offering any flight whatsoever. You can see that the batters, they're not really going after him. So if it's working for him, he's not really trying to do anything extraordinary or different. Another quick single. This partnership will definitely hold the key for Wisdom Medical. Bare minimum, they need to ensure they get somewhere around 160, 165 to challenge a very strong batting lineup of Team CSS. Pulled away nicely. It's going to be only a single, or is this taken? Oh my word, another wicket goes down. It's just not looking good for Team Wisdom Medical. It was hit in the air, he found the fielder. Another one bites the dust. Excellent catch, look at that. Kept his eyes on the ball right till the end. That should go down. One of the best takes in this tournament so far. It's 68 for 4. Rais Ahmed straight away creating an impact in this game, not with the bat, this time with the ball. Very handy bowler, straight away getting a wicket for his team in the second over. Economical so far, he's given only 4. Keeping things tight in the centre, not giving any loose deliveries whatsoever. And also, I wouldn't mind him to now keep a slip in place because Masood is just walked in the middle. And Shadad also, you can see, is not having the intentions to play any big strokes at the moment. So you can really afford maybe to have another one fielder to come in the circle. And also the fielders of 30-yard circle to come 5 steps ahead just to negate the singles. Being cut away with precision. Excellent stroke. Well, what a way to open your account. Masood Gurbaz, he saw the opportunity It was very wide. It was there to be cut. And the key to that shot was he played it late and has timed it to perfection for a boundary. So this is going to give him a lot of confidence, getting a boundary on the very first ball. Quicker, and a single is what he will get. So this is what happens now. Rais Ahmed is not a regular bowler. These are the little things where you need to really come up with something that Rais doesn't really bowl much. So if you can try to target him, play a few shots, that's where he will try to do different things. After he was hit for a boundary, you saw he tried to bowl very, very quick. It was short delivery. You need to come out with a plan and something different. It's 11 gone, 74 for 4. Well, Navodia is the new bowler to be bowling the 12th over. This one has been pushed away towards point. Only a single, another very talented bowler. We'll talk about the talent. We've got a very talented captain down there on the sideline with Asghar Khan.
Well, I've got a very special guest alongside me, Sikandar Khan, the captain of Wisdom Medical. I would like to know more about these conditions. हमें ये बताएं सिकंदर, आप पूरे ओवरऑल यूएई में क्रिकेट खेले हैं, लेकिन अबू धाबी आके आपको कैसा महसूस हो रहा है और कंडीशंस और टूर्नामेंट के बारे में थोड़ा बताएं हमें.
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम. सबसे पहले अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह हम दुबई में ओवरऑल हम खेलते और अब फर्स्ट एक्सपीरियंस है अबू धाबी का और पहले ही मैच है, पहले टूर्नामेंट है, तो अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह सब अच्छा है, मैनेजमेंट टूर्नामेंट सब, और इंशाल्लाह अभी पहला मैच चल रहा है तो अच्छा है अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह.
सिकंदर, ये बताएं कि शुरू में आपको अच्छा स्टार्ट मिला, बीच में थोड़ी विकेट्स गिरी, अभी 74 for 4 है आफ्टर 11.2. कैसे देख रहे हैं, कितना टोटल कर पाएंगे?
इंशाल्लाह कोशिश है कि इंशाल्लाह 150 160 तक हो जाएगा इंशाल्लाह, तो फिर हमारे साथ बॉलिंग अटैक अच्छा है इंशाल्लाह.
Well, all the best, Sikandar.
थैंक यू.
That was Sikandar Khan, the captain of Wisdom Medical.
Well, thank you very much, Asghar Khan. And just during the interview, we have lost another wicket, and it is another batter who just got his eye in the middle. It's Mohammad Shahzad who'll have to go back. It's just not looking good and not working in their favor. And CSS, they are right on the top in this game. It's 74 for 5. Well, this is not looking good for Team Wisdom Medical. Half the side back to the dugout. We're just into the 12th over. Navodia has created an impact in his first over, picking up a wicket. And it was a big one, mind you. Mohammad Shahzad, we know, a very talented cricketer. He caught his eye in the middle, and just when he was trying to put the pedal on the accelerator, lost the plot and lost his focus. So now the idea should be that they should be looking to try to play the 20 overs. That should be the objective. Forget about that 170. Try to take this game as deep as you can, at least till the 17th over, and then see where you stand. Try to keep on rotating the strike, pick up those singles and doubles. And the other end, CSS can really go all out now. Attack and try to bowl them out. Beautifully ball. That is an excellent delivery to close out. Another successful over for Team CSS. It's 12 gone, 75 for 5.
$75 for 5. Half the side back in the pavilion for Wisdom Medical. Struggling here. They desperately need a partnership of substance. Rais Ahmed continuing here. He's already picked up a wicket. He's into a nice groove here. Another good delivery. Pushed off the back foot. Straight to back foot point. Shy at the bowler's end, but he makes it comfortably enough. $77. Need decent partnership. Have few wickets in hand towards last 3-4 overs. Need to set it up here. That's good batting. Working the ball into the gaps. Raised. He's more than a useful right arm leg spinner. His primary role will be at the top of the order. But he does give you valuable overs in the middle. $78 for 5. That was a bit fuller and driven hard down the ground for a single. Just 4 runs of the over. Well, this is wonderful stuff. This stage of the game. Another dot ball. Terrific over from Rais. 13 gone, 79 for 5. That's our match referee and official scorer there, Simon Charles, enjoying the proceedings. That is a full toss. It's been hit hard, just a bounce in front of Haider Razak at long on. Couldn't really get under it. They need this partnership to flourish and pick up pace. Both batters are relatively new to the crease. Lofted. Again short of that man. Shah looking to break free alongside Masoud. That one just stayed down. Perhaps he done him in length there. Slightly fuller. from Navadia. He's bowling wonderful well here. Picked up a wicket and he's been so economical. Again hit towards long on. Another single. They need to break the shackles here. They need to hit boundaries. Quicker delivery. Beats him for length and a little bit of fizz off the surface. That one hurried him there. $83 for 5. Nicely played, just over the head of that fielder at extra cover, and that will run away to the ropes just to break the shackles. Sliced away, not quite out of the middle. Just decent enough connection to clear that man. Boundary to finish. 14 gone, 87 for 5. Real drag down and missed out on that one. Well, it's been missed at mid wicket as well. Was straight to the fielder. Loose delivery. At that stage, he would have been thinking, oh, I missed out on an opportunity for a boundary. No. Let down in the field here for CSS. They got to be careful going into the last 6 overs. Can't afford to take the foot off here. Allow this partnership to grow. Good work by the wicketkeeper. Great intent, intensity. Slide in to stop any sort of chance on that second run. Would start to the over, and misfield really helping them. Good work. Knocked it down, and they're coming back for the second. Oh, well backed up at the end. They'll need at least 150 to give themselves a chance on this surface. No demons in this surface. They have bowled well. Again, Fuller opting to play off the back foot. Race is done really well. He gives you that balance. A top order batter can give you few overs, and here he's into his 4th. Running the first one hard, putting pressure on the fielder in the deep. Good throw, would have had him dive, but I think he's in trouble. This looks really close. Giving himself room and looking to push for the second. Was a great throw. That dive may have just saved him. Oh no, he's gone. He's just short there. Brilliant fielding. They lose another wicket. 95 for 6 with that run out. Brilliant delivery. Oh, so close to the outside edge. Zohair gets beaten. Oh, he's knocked him over here. That one clipped the off stump. Look at that tossed up delivery. Oh, yes. I thought he nicked it and the keeper put it down. Back to back wickets. And this is really a struggle now for Wisdom Medical now. 7 down. Tough spell from Race comes to an end. 95 for 7 after 15. $95 for 7, Nipun Babu continuing here. Really, they've applied a lot of pressure. Brilliant fielding, very accurate bowling. Sad Shah, he's got to get on with it here. The batter is Sikandar Khan. Handy lower order batter, but that 150 now looks difficult. Looking to force it off the back foot, high on the blade. No real power behind that shot. Saw him moving across the crease, fired that one in. Nicely bowled from Nipun Babu. They're not allowing them any sort of room at the moment or the length to work with. Desperately need a big over. Saad Umar Shah is a good striker of the ball. At the moment, he's content to work the singles. 16 gone, 100 up for Wisdom Medical. Beautiful sunset. Great camera work there. It's a lovely evening here in Abu Dhabi. UPro Ramadan Rumble 2025. Day 3 of the tournament. 100 for 7, clearly struggling. And desperately will need a partnership of sorts. Just bat out the 20 overs. Zishan Nasi comes into the attack, starts off with a low full toss offside, off stump, going for that Yorker. Nicely played on the offside for a single. Again, nipping it back off the seam, cramping up for room. That one hit his thigh pad hard. Zishan Nasir creating that extra bit of pace. 102 for 7. Oh, beaten again. Well, he's got a nick. There was a little bit of deviation as the ball passes that outside edge, and Zishan Nasir strikes. What a brilliant start for him. Genuine outside edge, looking to play that cut shot. Another one bites the dust. 102 for 8. Hundred and two for 8, on the verge of getting bowled out here. Wisdom Medical really struggling against CSS Group. Poor delivery. Just helped round the corner for 4. Wasim Akram getting an opportunity. And it's just got some bat on it. Raced down to fine leg for 4. That was a bit of a gift on the pads and worked fine for 4. I think he'll be looking to bowl that Yorker right up in the block hole and look to knock over the lower order batters. Oh, Wasim looking to play that big shot. It's not easy to come in number 10 and get going against Zishan Nasir. Gets beaten for pace there. Disappointing batting performance after a very good start from the skipper early on. Sohail looked really good. Basit also looked good for a while, but lost wickets right through the innings, which really didn't help their cause, posting a competitive total. There's that Yorker. Nicely clipped though. Seam will keep the strike. 17 gone. 107 for 8. Hundred 7 for 8 after 17 for Zeen Ahmed. Comes into the attack, starts off with a slowish delivery. It's a top edge, it's a simple cotton bolt. And he gets rid of Wasim, trying to play that big shot. Intelligent bowling once again. Using the surface, those variations come in very handy. He was through the shot way too early, even before the ball arrived. 9 down, Wisdom Medical. And on 7 on the board.
All this is a collapse of sorts, to say the least, for Wisdom Medical after such a good start. They were 49 for 1 in 6 overs in the power play. And that's where we thought that they will be eyeing somewhere on 170, even 180, considering the batting depth they possess. But I think we need to give credit to the bowlers, especially the likes of Farzeen, Heather, Nipun, Rais Ahmed. He was a surprise package, mind you. No ball. Why would you do that now? When you're bowling to a tailender, all you have to do is just get your basics right, target on the stumps, job done. In walks number 11, Abu Bakr. And the tailender will have the privilege to be facing the free hit and try to swing his bat hard and try to get some runs for his side. Each run from here onwards is going to be a bonus. They will be absolutely dejected with themselves, Wisdom Medical. Playing their opening game, a lot was expected from the top of the batters, but none of the batters could really apply themselves in the middle. Came in, got their eye in the middle, and then just lost patience and focus and threw their wickets at wrong intervals. Swing and a miss. Yeah, can't really expect much from the number 11 batter, Abu Bakr. He's a tremendous bowler. You will see him in action in the second innings soon. But then again, you need to give something for the bowlers. Give them to bowl. Beautifully bowled once again. The excellent variation coming into play for Farzeen Ahmed. Wasn't off to a great start in the first over he bowled, but then since he was given the second spell, he's done a magnificent job. Might just not bowl the fourth over because he has a perfect opportunity to pick up another wicket and to wrap up this innings and have a 3-for onto his name. That's been slashed away towards the point region. It's taken. And that's it. Wisdom Medical have been bowled out and have not gone on to play the allotted 20 overs. CSS, what a top performance by quality side. Once again, the variation comes into play. And he picks up his 3-for. Excellent bowling figures. And this has been one highlight of this innings of CSS. The catching. Rajat Ganesh there. He won't drop that. First innings is done and dusted. Wisdom Medical, after being put into bat, have been bundled out for 108. And that's the batting card for you for Wisdom after a great start by the two openers, Abdul Basit and Sohail Ahmed. Since then you can see none of the batters could really cash onto and capitalize on the opportunity. Couldn't really give them time. And a bit of resurrection coming in at the latter part, Masood and Syed Omar Shah. But since then, you can see none of the batter could really capitalize and score big runs. That's how the bowling card has panned out. A very impressive bowling display. Plenty to talk about. You can see all the bowlers have picked up a wicket. Zishan, Heather has picked up one. Nipun chipped in with one. Navodia bowled beautifully. Well, I think the two bowlers were standout. Farzeen Ahmed, 16 runs, gave just in the span of 2.4, gave 16, picked up 3 wickets. And also Rais Ahmed, that was a surprise package for me. 4 overs, 22, and picked up 2 wickets. Just the 3 extras is what they've given. Very, very disciplined in that column. Right then, we are done and dusted with the first innings of match number 4, and this is what Team CSS will need when they come out to bat. 109 in the lot of 20 overs, where the required run rate is 5.45. We'll just dive into a short break, and once we are back, we will be all set with live action. Stay tuned.
openers against quality fast bowlers of Wisdom Medical, likes of Wasim Akram, Abu Bakr, Zohair Iqbal. You don't want any hiccups in the first 5 to 6 overs.
Yeah, absolutely. That's where you have to be slightly careful again, especially against Wasim Akram. Mind you, he's a senior and a seasonal campaigner. He's played a lot of domestic cricket here, and also I remember he's played one of the domestic tournaments here as well. Was it IL T20, if I can recall? Wasim Akram does bowl with a lot of pace. Talking about the first innings, there were a little bit of partnerships being formed. The first one, Sohail and Abdul of 25, then Abdul and Param of 24, and then Masood and Said of 21. That's it. Otherwise, all the batters, they struggled. None of the batters could really form a partnership, which was so desperately needed for Team Wisdom Medical. And in the end, they have been bundled out for 108, not playing out the allotted 20 overs. Right then, so far we can see there's no slip in place, which is quite surprising to me when you are defending a low, modest total. I think you've got to go all out, have a short cover, a short catching gully, slip in place. That's the only way you can really win the game, by picking up early wickets.
Oh, absolutely. There's no other way I can think of, or we can think of.
Yeah, absolutely, Asghar Khan, spot on there. Right then, the umpire is ready. We're ready. Wasim Akram steaming in. Beautifully bowled, straight away on the mark.
And Abhiram Ritwik was ready as well, getting into nice position, defending it well. It's so important to have those catchers. And you got to make a statement with your field. You're giving a clear sign to the batter that we are looking to get you out.
Yeah, quite certainly, Asghar. For now, it seems to be quite a defensive field setup. Flicked away beautifully towards deep square. And they will come back for easy couple of runs. Abhiram Ritwik is on the move.
Attempted in swinger, slightly got it wrong and onto the pads. He's a technically well-equipped player. Didn't fall across the crease. Clips that one nicely for a couple. Wasim, we all know his potential, but it's all about transforming that potential into executing those skills early doors with the new ball. Nicely struck. No real sign of that prodigious movement back so far.
Now, also in the first innings, the ball was coming onto the bat so nicely. Hardly did we ever see the ball deviating. Ballers weren't really getting any assistance from the wicket. But then the key for the bowlers of CSS was they were very precise and disciplined with their line and lens. They kept things very basic in the middle, not trying to do anything extraordinary. Even Rais Ahmed, the part-timer, he bowled his heart out and picked up 2 wickets in a span of 4 overs.
Yeah, that spell from Race was a bit of a bonus. He bowled really well, like you mentioned. That was a full toss. Missed out on that one. Obviously searching for swing there. Wasim not quite getting it right at the moment.
Well, he'll have to go all out. There's no two ways about it. You can't have that defensive approach. And so far, what we are witnessing and observing in the center, it is a bit defensive, having no slips, no catching gully. They've got a deep third man and a deep square leg. That's more like a field setup for a bowler who will be bowling short at you. And bowling short when you're defending such total, you're not going to get any wickets. Yeah, that was a better delivery considering the length, but the line was a problem, straying down the leg side.
Spot on, Awais Ali. Look at that. Pitched outside leg and just kept on going with the angle. He needs to target that 5th stump. Why do I say that? Because if he gets any sort of movement, he'll still be able to hit that off stump, that middle stump. And if it goes on, the natural variation, still it can bring the outside edge because Ranjit Mani will be shaping up to play that in-swinger. dragged it on the onside. He's a strong bottom hand player, whipped away, and just enough legs on it to go for the first boundary.
It seems like the captain Ranjit Mani, he was waiting for it. Look at that. He knew that Wasim Akram is going to bring the ball in, but he's not really bowling with a lot of heat in the middle, Wasim Akram. He bowls with some severe pace, but at the moment he's just bowling military medium. And easy pickings for Ranjit Mani. And what a way to open your account with style. The captain, Ranjit Mani, is up and running as well. So 8 for no loss so far. And things not looking too bright at the moment for the men in grey.
And they got to do something here. What is in their favor is their first game, and I'm sure adapting to the conditions, they'll be looking to bounce back, but still, regardless of the result, you want to get something out of the game. Outside half of the bat, and he does use that big bat with those big edges. It's just flown over backward point for another boundary.
Well, the idea was right here from Wasim Akram, but nothing is working in their favor. Trying to flick that, but fortune favouring the brave. The captain getting that outside leading edge has gone towards the boundary. Big over. This has turned out to be a great start. It's 12 for no loss after 1. It's going to be Zohair Iqbal, another seasonal campaigner, to be sharing the new ball alongside Wasim Akram. Slightly unlucky in the first over. That last delivery, getting that leading edge, getting a boundary. But I think there's no pressure whatsoever for Team CSS. Only 97 more to win. But Zohair Iqbal, he's a fighter. I think he's going to give his 100% and try to get those early breakthroughs.
Absolutely. He's a real trier, a wholehearted cricketer. Foolish delivery there. I think it was a Q end of the bat and bottom of the bat. Sneaks through for a single, immediately looks at the toe of his bat. Well, in that first over, Wasim was just touch unlucky, like you mentioned. That's what happens when you defending a modest total. The batters, they play with that extra bit of freedom.
Yeah, absolutely. I think no pressure whatsoever on these two men in the middle. Ranjit Mani and Abhiram Ritwik. They've got a great camaraderie between each other. They've played a lot of cricket together for Team CSS for a very long time. So they have a good understanding between each other. Just a nervous poke on this one. It was way towards that offside channel. And Ranjit Mani trying to fetch it away and trying to play it away from his body. Dot delivery. All these two batters in the middle, all they have to do is stay in the middle and the job will be done. This target should be chased down in the 13th or the 14th over, I believe. If they just stay in the middle on the other end, they'll have to have an attacking mindset, Team Wisdom Medical, which I personally don't see at the moment.
Another loose delivery. And just gets away with it. I think, like I said before as well, it's all about taking the positives to the next game, even despite the situation when you are up against it, but still you want to make a statement, set a field where you can look to pick 3 or 4 wickets here of CSS group. Still, it will give confidence to your attack that, yeah, next time we need to bat well.
Yeah, but I believe that the focus should not be in the next game. It has to be in this game. The game is not over yet. Still 98 to win. 3-4 wickets and you're right back in the game. So this is the moment. Just give it a fight back. And at the moment, no slips in place, no catching fielders. It's just giving an indication there's not much bit of a fight coming in.
You're spot on. Because they're just going through the motions. They're hoping against a hope that something will come their way. But you've got to show that intent and have wickets in hand, catches in place.
Oh, once again, a wayward delivery. Nothing is working in the favor of Team Wisdom Medical. Now Zohair into his first over, and clearly we can see he's struggling with his line specifically.
Really not a great start here from Zohair. Spraying the ball all around. Look at that delivery. He was backing away to create room and just trying to follow it. It's a real teaser for the wicketkeeper as well.
It just looks like he's trying a bit too hard in the middle, which is not really required. You are bowling with a new ball. You've got vast experience on your shoulders. And this is where you just need to pitch the ball up, use the new ball to its full potential. We will see the ball will deviate and there will be some movement in the first 6 overs. But the problem is bowling too short. And that's much better, but this one has been smashed. And we'll have to wait for the signal of the umpire. Yes, it's a boundary.
Ranjit Mani really putting him under more pressure. Ball of that full length. Not quite out of the middle of the bat, but he's a strong man and he gets enough on it to go for a boundary.
I think it was good cricket all around. It wasn't a bad delivery, just marginally full. And this is where Ranjit Mani saw the opportunity and playing a lovely cricketing stroke down the ground with a straight bat. He's knocked him over. Ranjit Mani, what have you done? And he's going to ask him this question himself. Was that required?
Was not required at all. Just getting a bit over ambitious there. Trying to execute that ramp and he's just gifted his wicket to Zohair Iqbal, who was struggling. CSS 21 for 1.
In walks the number 3 batter, Albin Alias. Another technically sound batter. He's very busy at the crease. Uses his feet more often than not. And will look to just take those singles and doubles initially. He's not a power hitter. Will take his time and he's got ample time in the world to do so.
Quality player. Sound technically. Likes to play those orthodox shots. Looks to play in the V. Good player. There you go. That's nicely played. Soft hands and dropping it in front of cover and picks up a single. Good start from Albin. 22 for 1 after 2.
Wasim Akram to continue. Was slightly expensive in the first over. Straight away on the mark. Look at that. Beautifully played showing the full face of the bat. And this is one shot which has really gone out of the textbook cricket, Asghar Khan. The on drive. The batters, they look so stylish when they get their front foot away from the line of the delivery, open up and play towards the on side with the straighter bat.
One of the hardest shots in the book. And the emergence of T20 cricket has ruined it. This time he beats him. That's the other one which leaves the right-hander. Good stuff here from Wasim.
Yeah, hint of deviation away from Alban Elias was enough to beat his bat. Luckily, not getting any bat in the process. Yeah, that's the only way you could really think of maybe coming back in the game. But it's still so surprising after you have picked up a wicket. No signs of slips, because Wasim Akram does have the tendency to, at times, take the ball away, shape it away from the right-handers. Need to take your chances.
Wayward delivery and no chance there for the wicketkeeper. Diving away and was dying on him. 5 wides. After a couple of good deliveries, that inconsistency with Wasim we have seen of late has been a problem.
Well, when you're defending 108 and when you've given 10 extras in a span of 2.2, don't really think it's going to work in your favor. So clearly we can see Wisdom Medical, such a talented side full of star players, is struggling in their opening game. It's just one-way traffic so far what we have witnessed. Charging once again Wasim. And it's a no ball. Also, it would have been a wide. So testing times, and Wasim Akram, you can see also his body language is not looking comfortable and he's all over the place.
Struggling for rhythm here. That's been the problem with him. Wide balls, no balls at times. It just really puts you under enormous pressure.
And also what will happen now, Alban Elias, who really likes to take his time, play those singles and doubles, will have the privilege to swing his arms. And that will give him such confidence in the start. Free hit. This one is being chipped in the air. It's going towards the fine leg region. Ball plucking into the surface. Getting another 2 runs. So they are running away with the show so far, Team CSS. No problems whatsoever. It's a beautiful wicket to bat on. And the bowlers struggling at the moment.
Struggling is the right word, Uwais Ali. And struggling big time. Nothing has gone their way. Except that opening start from them with the bat. But it's downhill since then. Good delivery. Again, the running is excellent. And a fumble. Well, he just overran there.
Like our match officials on the extreme right is Simon Charles, our match referee. In the middle is, of course, our scorers. Doing a decent job out there. Enjoying a chilly evening here in the beautiful city of Abu Dhabi. Lovely weather. Perfect conditions for a game of cricket. Full toss. This one has been worked away towards the point region. It's a lightning quick outfield. And Abhiram Ritwik gets a boundary.
Nicely done. Once again, Wasim looking to pitch the ball up. It turned out to be a nice, juicy full toss. And all he needed to do was just find the gap, pass cover for a boundary.
Yeah, he's coming out from an injury, Wasim Akram, and clear indications that he's struggling. It's not that he's bowling the right areas and then the batters are going after him. It has been loose stuff to say the least. We've seen 1 wide towards the offside channel, giving 5 wides, then a free hit, then a wide towards the leg side, and now a juicy full toss.
Clipped behind square. It's a long boundary and they're running the first one hard and comfortably back for the second. 3 overs gone, 37 for 1.
Zohair Iqbal, right arm speedster to continue. Beautifully ball. That's the perfect area you would want to target. And this is what's been missing from Wasim Akram on the other end.
Absolutely. You got to be able to bowl at least 4 to 5 deliveries in that area. Consistency is so important. Keep banging away on a length and make the batters think of hitting over the top.
This one has been hammered towards the mid-off region, and misfield will allow them to get another boundary. Nothing is working in the favor of Team Wisdom Medical.
Drilled hard, but you got to be able to field those. That's a simple piece of fielding. And he's absolutely made a meal of it.
Well, I have to say this, that they are defending a low total, but the problem has been the body language of the players. Since the time they've walked in the middle, that's going to be heaved away towards the fine leg region and make that another boundary. So back-to-back boundaries, and CSS, I think they've decided they would want to chase this down quickly.
Another poor delivery. Straying onto the pads. That is a gift for any top order player. Back-to-back boundaries. Things are not looking good here for Wisdom Medical.
Oh, such a classy stroke maker, Abhiram Ritvik. It was marginally short, drifting onto the leg side, and excellent balance where he swiveled away and played that lovely pull shot, worked it away, never tried to hit that hard. He knew that the fine leg is in the circle, poor delivery, and taking full advantage of it. So here, don't really think so. Unless and until if he gets a wicket, he's going to get another over.
Again, on that middle leg stump. This time he picks out the man and he's coming back for the second. That fielder was not quite expecting them to come back for the second, and Alban really recognizing the opportunity along with Ritvik, and they ran so well.
Yeah, this is exactly what I was trying to make a point here, Asghar Khan. The fielding, it has really put them down. It's understandably okay that the bowlers, they're not really getting the ball to land in the perfect areas, but at least your fielding department, they've already lost hope and they are not putting any kind of effort in the middle. Short delivery's been pulled away. Is this a chance? And he hangs on to it. So finally Zohair, after being a little expensive, gets a wicket.
Abhiram Ritvik just not able to clear that man. He decided to go from down to up. So he always wanted to hit it for 6. Fortunately picks out the man. A wicket against a runner play. 2 down for 48.
In comes a very, very destructive batter, Rais Ahmed. What a phenomenal season he had last year. Remember him winning a few games for his sides. He's come out to bat at a very, very comfortable position where his team needs only 61, and they've got plenty of overs to do so. Required run rate is 3.7. So Rais Ahmed, he can just have a bit of a batting practice, match practice, stay in the middle. This one has been slashed away beautifully, and what a way to open your account.
Such a good player. If you give him room, that's bread and butter for him. That cut shot. Asking to be put away. Those two fielders were in the ring. Beautifully done. 50 up for CSS, 52 for 2 after 4. $52 for 2 after 4 overs. It's going to be Sikandar Khan into the attack for the first time with his left arm orthodox. $57 of 16 overs. 3.5 is the required rate. Good start from him. Pushing it straight to the cover. Still, field is up. We are in the power play. That arm ball drifting in nicely.
Yeah, Sikandar Khan, the captain, is pretty much known for his arm deliveries. That's where he gets a lot of LBWs in bowls. But in this wicket, it's just coming onto the bat so nicely. It's not really also holding up into the surface as we saw. Quite contrasting to what we saw yesterday in the couple of games. It was becoming so difficult for the batters. Swept away, fine. Another boundary. Now Albin joins the party.
It's all about being consistent, and 3 good deliveries, and then he just bowls one outside leg stump. It was a bit of a freebie. Top of the bounce, swept it fine for 4. Consistency is really missing.
Yeah, not the best of starts here by Sikandar. You have to be very precise. Maybe you can just take a leaf out of the notebook of Nipun Babu as to how to bowl on these kind of surfaces. Nipun Babu, of course, a seasonal campaigner. Sikandar Khan, a very talented cricketer. But then again, the difference is that CSS at the moment, they have no pressure whatsoever. Flighted delivery, almost yorking himself, and will get another single.
Absolutely. Nipun Babu, he bowled beautifully early on. You've got to be really, really accurate. There's no point in just bowling couple of deliveries at the right spot and all of a sudden you drop one shot or just bowl it outside leg stump. Lofted, easily done, mid-off up in the ring. Rice is too good a player to miss out on those kind of deliveries.
Yeah, easy pickings. Too full. Look at the way he's waited, and then lofted it over the head of the fielder. Easy pickings for someone with the class of Rais Ahmed. He's just played a couple of deliveries and both have been hammered for boundaries. It's 15 gone, 61 for 2. Zohair Iqbal to continue with his third over, last over of the power play. Nicely bowled once again. Top class delivery. But no pressure whatsoever for the men in red. CSS, such a dominant performance, and I think it has been a collective effort. First, from the bowlers, they bowled extremely well, mind you. All the bowlers who were brought into attack picked up wickets for their side. A total of 6 bowlers were used, and all of them picked up wickets. Beautifully played, but unlucky, hitting it straight into the hands of the fielder. Very calm and composed cricketers. Albin Alias in full control. Seems to be on song. Just the 48 more runs required. I think it's just going to be a matter of time now when CSS, they will decide to cut loose and try to chase this down before the 10th over and not lose more wickets. Short delivery, that's a sharp bouncer. And this is something which Zohair Iqbal possesses, some express pace. Look at that. Short delivery, hurrying on to Albin Alias, wanted to hook that. But unlucky not getting any bat on this one. Had a perfect opportunity though, because the fine leg was in the circle. So any bat, if he would have gotten onto, would have gone towards the boundary. So 3 dot deliveries on the trot by Zohair. Worked away nicely, straight away. He wanted a second, but his partner, Rais Ahmed, who's not the quickest between the wickets, denies the second. Rais Ahmed, talking about this man, he's a special case. It's been the highlight in the last couple of seasons, been consistently scoring runs for his teams. Also, I remember him winning a final in a T10 game in one of the domestic tournaments here in the UAE. A complete match winner. Can really turn the table around when required to do so. Punched away nicely. What sublime timing here by Rais Ahmed. He's already looking quite confident. A lot of games to be played in this tournament. It's always good to really get from the middle of the bat. Gives you that extra bit of confidence. Don't really have the butterflies and nerves coming into the next big games lined up for Team CSS. And Ranjit Mani calling it right during the toss. Saw something there for the bowlers. Saw a bit of moisture. And that's why he thought there's something for the bowlers early on. And taking full advantage and cashing on to the opportunity. And that's where the bowlers really made life difficult for the batters of Wisdom Medical. Punched away once again. That's a magnificent shot. Albin Alias has played a lovely cricketing stroke, a beautiful cover drive to end the power play, which has gone into the favor of Team CSS. 67 for 2.
$67 for 2. 42 more required. Just going through the motions here at the moment. Extra bit of bounce. This time he's got rid of Rais Ahmed, who was looking comfortable. Sikandar gets a wicket against the runner play. I think that extra bit of bounce does the trick here. Yeah, it just held in the surface a fraction wee bit. Got that shoulder of the bat. 3 down for 67. $67 for 3. Rajat Ganesh is the new batter. Some time in the middle is invaluable going forward in this tournament. These conditions are relatively new to most of these players. Played a lot of cricket in Dubai and other states of the country, but Abu Dhabi is a bit new for them. So ideal time with no pressure whatsoever. Just be there and work the ball into the gaps. Happy faces, looking really relaxed. Obviously, they're in the driver's seat. Full toss, outside leg stump. Once again, that consistency is lacking. And look at that for a fielding effort. That's really poor there from Abu Bakr. Goes fine for 4. Yes, it was a loose delivery, but you got to help your bowler in the field as well. Oh, unfortunately, just onto his shoe and onto the ropes for 4. Cut hard off the back foot. Straight to the sweeper on the offside for a single. It's just a matter of time before we get over the line. Punched off the back foot. A real dot ball there. $73 for 3. Nicely pushed on the offside. End of 7 overs, 74 for 3.
Mohammad Shahzad, the new bowler, has been introduced into the 8th over. I think it's been introduced a bit too late. The genuine wicket taker, and you need your wicket takers to be coming on to ball in the power play when you are defending a very low total. Cut away nicely, Rajat Ganesh. He's come out to bat at a very, very comfortable position where all they need is just 34 runs ample time to do so. He can just get his eye in the middle, enjoy his outing. Rais Ahmed will be dejected with himself, throw his wicket away. Nicely ball, a hint of turn. The moment Shadad, he's given himself an opportunity to really release the ball, flight the ball, pull it a little slower. The ball held up into the surface and really spun sharply. Once again, he's getting some bounce as well, but given as a wide, so inching closer to victory. Let's have a look at this once again. Yeah, good decision. Clearly, it's going away from the tram line, and a wide has been given. Short delivery, it's been pulled away handsomely with some severe force. And Albin Elias, he said, enough is enough. I'm going to finish this game quickly. We need to ensure we win this as quickly as we can, so we can just skyrocket and boost our net run rate early on in this tournament. Mind you, it's the first game for both the sides. A great side. A great start, beg your pardon, for Team CSS. Not so for Team Wisdom Medical. Short delivery, once again it's been pulled away nicely, but this time the fielder will cut it out and they will get another 2 runs into their account. So 25 is all they need. This has been a comprehensive and a clinical performance, to say the least, for Team CSS. First, of course, with the ball, their catching had been absolutely magnificent. Hardly did they drop any chances. Pounced onto any kind of opportunity which came their way. And this is why they are in a commanding position in this game. On the verge of registering their first victory in the Abu Dhabi UPro Ramadan Rumble 2025. Well, there was a bit of a breeze early on, just 1 hour ago or so, but now that too has gone out of the window. A bit chilly here in Abu Dhabi, which is definitely going to help the players in the center. We don't really get these kind of weathers here in this part. Punched away beautifully for a single. So another successful over for Team CSS comes to the end. It's 8 gone, 86 for 3. Captain Sikandar to continue. Picked up a wicket in his second over, and that too a big one, Rais Ahmed. But still, it's not going to really work for them, because all they need is another 22 runs, another excellent little stroke, just a simple push here by Rajat Ganesh. It's a huge real estate towards the mid-wicket region. A huge gap between the deep square leg and the deep in wicket. Yeah, happy camp. And why not? They know that they are pretty much close to winning their first game. That's the arm delivery, which Rajat Ganesh needs to be slightly careful. Comes in sharply towards the right-handers. Yeah, happy looking dugout. On the background is, of course, Zishan Nasir. Bowled beautifully in the first innings. Was bowling with a lot of heat with the new ball. Another misfield will allow them to take a single rather. And 20 is all they need. Surely they came with a plan and a strategy when CSS, they were in operation with the ball early on. I think the bowlers, especially the fast bowlers, they did a magnificent job. Zishan Nasir just bowled the 3 overs, and in a span of 3 overs, he bowled 11 dot deliveries. Showed how much pressure he was preempting on the opponents, and picked up an important wicket, gave only 14 runs, and then Farzeen was expensive in the first over, then came back strong. In a span of 2.4, he picked up 3 wickets. Haider Razak also bowling beautifully. Nipun Babu, once again, no surprises. Never lets his team down, always picks up important wickets at important junctures of the game. Worked away nicely towards long on. He will get a single, and Rajat will retain strike in the next over. It's 9 gone, 91 for 3. Abu Bakr is the new bowler introduced in the 10th over. Another exciting prospect, talented cricketer has come out to bowl, where the opponents, they need only 18 runs. So that's too much to ask for. Abu Bakr can really impress his management, his team, by picking up a few wickets. Straight away onto the stumps, but a low full toss. Rajat Ganesh doing well in the nick of time, getting his bat on time. Otherwise, the LBW would have certainly come into play. Abu Bakr bowls those gentle military medium pace deliveries, and he's got the knack of swinging the ball away from the right-handers. Doesn't really have that express pace, but it's very precise when it comes to be bowling in the perfect channels. He's been given a go in the 10th over. I would have really liked to see him come a bit earlier, maybe in the power play, where the ball would have swung with the new ball. Getting that direction wrong, drifting down the leg side, wide. And this has also been an area of concern if you talk about the extras for Team Wisdom Medical. Compared to what we saw in the first innings CSS, they gave away just the 12, I beg your pardon, just the 3 extras. That is brilliant stuff. In a T20 game, giving 3 extras, magnificent. On the other end, driven away beautifully, in full control. Glorious looking stroke along the carpet. Rajat Ganesh, he looks so elegant when he's in this kind of a form. Look at this. Head position, getting his front foot forward, coming onto the line of the ball, and a beautiful cover drive. No chance for the fielder in the inner circle. Let that go for a boundary. So just the 13 more runs required. And the message will be loud and clear from the dugout. Try to chase this down quickly. Let's boost our net run rate. Playing it with soft hands, walked it away towards point, shy the stumps. Direct hit would have been interesting. Another single added to the tally. So 12 more required for Team CSS for a thumping victory against a talented side of Wisdom Medical. And I'm pretty much optimistic Wisdom Medical, they're going to bounce back and come back really strong. And think what exactly went wrong in this match. Where were the errors? Well, the visible ones was, of course, one is the extras, and second, none of the batters formed a partnership. Every time a batter, he got off to a start, getting 8-9 runs, that's where they would want to play a big shot and lose focus and lose control. In the process, give away the wicket. Yeah, that's the first problem which I was discussing, the extras column. Another extra added to the tally. Make that the 14th extra is what they've given. And that's something which you can't really afford when you are defending only 108 runs, and out of 108 you give 14 extras. It's something to think about and really go back after the match and have a word. Oh, that's a nice little shot, but could have been a brilliant take. I think just lost it in the sight of the light. Hurrying on to him, Abu Bakr trying to just surprise him with a sharp bouncer, and Rajat Ganesh wanted to work it away, just guide it towards third man. In the end, got a lot of elevation, and I think this should go down as a chance. Nothing working in the favor of Team Wisdom Medical. I think the matter of the fact is that 108 is never going to be enough on any given surface, even if it's a bowling surface. 108 is always chaseable. One big over and the match just goes in your favor. Look at that. Rajat Ganesh, he's in a hurry now. Lovely looking stroke. Quite fittingly, once again, using his feet. Comes down the track and has played a lovely little cut shot. And full control. There's no protection down in that region. And inching closer now to victory. They are one hit away to register their first victory, Team CSS, and have announced their arrival surely. It's been quite expensive as Abu Bakr. 12 runs is given 2 wides, and also it's turned out to be quite a lengthy over. He's trying to do a bit too much, not going and sticking to his basics, Abu Bakr. Hammered, and that is it. It's out of here, it's out of the park. And what a way to finish off the innings. Rajat Ganesh seals the deal for his team. And that's the end of the game. Rajat Ganesh takes his team over the line, reads the slow one, and bang, says thank you very much. Excellent flurry of the bat and good flow of the bat and terrific bat speed as well. To finish off this game in style is Rajat Ganesh, a seasonal campaigner, does the job in just the 10th over. Yeah, handshakes all around. Wisdom Medical, they will be taking a lot of experience and learning, because it's a new journey for them. They're playing their first game in this tournament. So they will be coming out and strong, and of course they'll be taking a lot of positives out of this game. Because mind you, they were playing against one of the most experienced sides, CSS, who have been here in the UAE domestic circuit for more than 2 decades, if I can recall. Well, chin up, boys. Wisdom Medical, you still have a couple of more games to go. So, surely I have a strong feeling they will be coming back strong. There you go, Zohair Iqbal, another very talented cricketer on your screen. Bowled well, but the other bowlers struggled tonight. Yeah, handshakes all around. It has been a pretty much one-sided encounter and a dominant performance throughout the game from CSS. That's the batting card for you. It was the 2 openers. Abir Amrit were giving a good start, 20 and 11. Ranjit Mani also scoring 12 in just 5. And then came Albin Alias and Rajat Ganesh. 31 for Albin, 23 for Rajat. And ensuring they win this game comfortably. And have chased this down in 10 overs. Talking about the bowling performance, I think there's a lot of work to be done. Wasim Akram was struggling today, clearly 27-2, very expensive. Zohair Iqbal picked up 2 wickets, but then again the economy is very, very expensive when you're chasing, when you're defending rather, a small little modest total. Sikandar also picking up a wicket. Mohammad Shahzad, Abu Bakr, quite expensive, and also 14 extras, a serious area of concern for Team Wisdom Medical. That's the match summary for match number 4, and Wisdom Medical, they were put into bat, scoring just the 108 and were bundled out, not playing out their allotted 20 overs. Basit scored 28, Ahmed 18, and then of course Farzeen, the pick of the bowlers for CSS, picked up 3 wickets. Rais Ahmed, surprise package, picked up 2 wickets. Navodia chipping it with 1. In reply, CSS, they've chased this down comfortably in just a span of 10 overs. Albin, Rajit and Abhiram, all 3 batters playing a handy knock, and in the end ensuring that their team crosses the line and sealing the deal, winning the first game of Abu Dhabi Ramadan Rumble 2025. Right then, we are just going to dive into a short break. Once we are back, we will have Asghar Khan down in the center for the post-match presentation. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the post-match presentation of UPro Ramadan Rumble 2025, match number 4, which was played between CSS Group and Wisdom Medical. The CSS Group won the toss and opted to bowl first, and they bowled out Wisdom Medical for just 108 in 17.4 overs, and they chased down the total quite comfortably, winning by 7 wickets with overs to spare. They just took them 10 overs. And alongside me is the match referee, Mr. Simon Charles, and he's going to present the Player of the Match award to Farzeen Ahmed for his 3-wicket haul of 16 runs in 3 wickets in just 2.4 overs. Really set up that victory with the wonderful bowling, getting the opposition bowled out early. Wonderful spell coming in. Many congratulations. How you assess the conditions and opting to bowl first, and then the bowlers really stood up?
Actually, wicket was helpful for the fast bowlers. Then we actually make it useful. Like ball was like the wind was there, so we tried to bowl in a good areas, and same time ball was moving around. So it helps us.
Must be a very confident booster going forward in this tournament.
Yeah, definitely. It's first match of the tournament, so obviously we have a good booster for this tournament. Inshallah, we'll make it count.
Go well, Farzeen. All the best for the rest of the night.
Thank you so much.
A brilliant bowling performance from Farzeen. That's it for now. We'll be back with more action.